Alright, in this video I'm trying something new. I'm going to go film some other people's cars that just so happen to be in the Road of Mayhem Car Club. You've all seen the RX-3 and you've seen Ray's Ute, so let's go see some of the others. Just to show you how serious I am about this, check out my microphone. Awesome. So I'm thinking that for these videos, we'll get rid of this little logo here and we'll roll the Road of Mayhem logo. Seems fitting. All right, we're here with Matt and we've got a double surprise. We've got two Cosmos. Do the old pan around. And Matty here's going to talk about them. Fill your boots, mate.
How's it going? So this is my Cosmo. I've had it probably about, how long have I had it now? Probably about 3 years. I got it off Fipsy after he has been destroying it in burnouts, and I was just like, nah, I want this because it's just going to get wrecked. And they're quite a rare car, you know. You don't really see the coupes around that much. So I thought, I had a Series 1 RX-7 at the time. So I thought, keen on a body swap. And he was like, yeah, bro, sweet as.
So it's a done deal.
Yeah, it's a done deal. So we swapped bodies. And this thing was obviously deregistered. So he acquired it deregistered. Certed though. So I was like, sweet, easier to put back on the road for me than the RX-7 because it was pretty much just a street, it was pretty much just a race car.
It was a Pro 7 car, wasn't it?
Yeah, and so I grabbed that, put my Pro 7 motor into this, and then slowly started putting money into it, and got it to where it is now. So obviously I got it re-registered again, so it's back on the road now, waffed and regged, as I said, certed.
What's that?
What's that?
A waff and a ridge.
Waff and a ridge, yeah, well, So yeah, she's waffed and regged.
Wow. Yep. That's an odd one.
Yeah, exactly. Waffed and regged. And I got sick, of my wife's car because I built her a Bridgeport and that. So I was like, well, I need a pulse. Yeah. This is a stock. It had a stock 4, but I had an IDA on it. I took it to Mark when I had all that Mark at Revolution Engine Specialists, and he tuned it and only made 116 horsepower. Yeah. So I was like, I can't deal with that. It needs more power. So only like 2 weeks ago, I pulled the motor out and Bridgeported it, and I thought I'd have a go myself. And
yeah, you ported it yourself.
Yep, ported it myself with a bit of help from Ezra at RXNZ.
Yep,
he helped me out as well, and built me this motor, and it fucking took it back over to Mark, got it a tune, made 180 horsepower.
That's a big jump, man.
So yeah, it was really good. 65 horsepower, pretty much.
That's awesome, and it's still reliable now. Still all good.
Yep, it's good as it's beauty. Starts really nice. Okay. Did a compression test the other day and it was 100 psi on all phases. So
really, that's mean.
Yeah, so I'm happy with that.
Okay, so next two questions is the paint scheme. Where'd that come from?
So the paint scheme, I'm not 100% sure, but this is what I think Alistair told me. So Alistair Sticky used to own this back in the day. Yep. And they were in the garage having some beers. And they come up with this idea and they started painting it. Benjamin Lloyd painted it. Yeah, like about 15 years ago.
That's how all good stories start.
Yeah, so they just started airbrushing it, I think.
No, it looks really good.
And and that's about 15 years old, the paint job. Obviously, it's got some scrapes and scratches of it over the time and a few dents and dings, but it just gives it more character, I think. So.
Oh, most definitely. Everyone knows whose car this is.
Oh, exactly.
That's for sure. And the other question is, what's the story of these oil lines sticking out the front?
So when Sticky had it,
yeah,
I've got a photo of when Sticky had it, and so when I got it, I never had that oil cooler set up.
Yeah,
and I wanted to try and put it back to how Sticky had it, just with the oil cooler lines. He had oil cooler lines that, so I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna put the oil cooler lines out the thing.
Yeah,
I just reckon it looks different. Like I'm trying to make it look like the Japanese as a Bozoku style cars, like how they. They normally have like weird exhausts and stuff. So I was just trying to do a little like that, just with the oil cooler lines out the front. And
I reckon it's rad. Looks
just
really
making it a little bit different. Trying to make it mine. Obviously the wheels too.
Yep.
Took me ages to find the wheels. Those are Yokoi Drift Techs. They're like favourite wheel. I love them.
they're nice,
I
eh?
love Koi Drift X. I got them, and then my mate Azza, ACO Finishers, painted them up for me, and they look bloody mean. Painted them up bronze because I like the bronze and the green. Look really nice.
What was the colour they were originally?
They were black.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
shit, you done a nice job on that paint. I thought they were, I thought they came out like that.
No, oh, like the what they do come out that colour, but
Yeah.
the ones that I could only get were black. So,
Okay. Oh, that's
no,
a good choice. They look really good.
yeah, I like the bronze.
Yeah.
Like it looks really nice.
No, mean, man.
Really nice. And yeah, they've really done. Oh, it is really everything. They're porting.
Yeah.
It's got a rev ride in it.
Yeah.
It's got a few gauges. Yeah, 12A turbo gearbox with MX5 internals.
Oh, you serious? Mean.
I've built the exhaust, so it's got a. It's not really equal length. It's out by a couple of inches, but it's as close as I could get it with the amount of room that I had in there. So it's got 2.5, 2-inch steam pipe headers that go down into a 3-inch V band, and then it's got 3-inch 2 M&H resonators, stainless steel pack ones, and then a rotary boiler muffler at the end.
So could ditch some resonators?
Could do, but neighbours don't like that, eh?
It's the price they pay, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and then the Malpassi fuel pressure regulator, and it's got a what is it called again? A bloody
We've got all adjusties in the front too.
Yeah, so it's got Series 4 adjusties all around.
Mean, all round.
Yeah, all around, front and rear, so they fit these old HBs.
Yep. Oh,
which is good. Some of the Series 4 stuff does. You can modify the front brakes and stuff like that to work as well.
Yeah.
The diffs don't.
Yeah.
That's my next upgrade for this.
A
diff.
diff.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've got a Lockie, but it's a bit of a cunt to drive it on the street.
Yeah. No, most definitely.
With a Lockie, but yeah, I've heard the MX5 diffs with a little bit of work you can put them in it.
Into this?
Yeah,
or
just the head. Yeah. So you can actually make the MX5 head fit these HB diffs.
What about a Series 1?
Not a Series 1, like the Series 2 or Series 3 LSDs, yes. They bolt in as well. They're pretty much the same.
But the MX5 head won't fit into a Series 1?
Yes. Yeah.
Will it?
Yeah. Yeah. Just the whatever they call the third member or the pumpkin.
Yeah.
You can make that work, yep.
Because
it's pretty much the same as the Series 2 and Series 3 LSD, the 24 spline LSD, but the only thing with it, I think it's a 26 spline, so you'd have to get 24 spline side gears to run it in a Series 1 because they have a 24 spline diff.
Oh, yep. Okay.
So that's the only thing with them. But you can get the side gears, like they're around.
Sounds a bit hard basket. No, that's very cool, man. So
yeah, so obviously this car.
Yep.
I built this car. Then my wife obviously got interested in them. So she started like driving this all the time.
I've heard the stories.
Yes, so she kept driving all the time, and I was like, especially like, the Ari a couple of years ago, like took my car there. This is fun. Like this. Never really got to drive it because she was out with her mates and all the time.
That's it.
So I got to drive like once. So I was like, nah, it's over. Get your own car. So she saved up her pennies.
And then you got this thing.
We actually found another Cosmo rolling body.
Yeah.
And it happened to come up at the right time for a good deal. So we bought that. The car was pretty much just a shell. It had bits of the interior in it. It had no glass in it, no engine, no gearbox, no brakes. It had like nothing.
Oh,
It's
wow.
they've put a sedan, the rotary sedan front on it.
Yep.
I think they changed it from the pop-up for some reason, but she likes that. She doesn't want to change to the pop-up, so she likes the sedan front.
Yep.
So we got that. I had this motor sitting in the shed that me and my brother got many, many moons ago. And it was just sitting in the shed, and I was like, well, I'll pull it out. I'll see if it's any good. Went over to Ezra. He checked it all out, and he said, yeah, no. He said everything seems to be fine. So we built it, and this is it here. So we ported it. So it was ported a little bit. Ezra tidied up the ports. We went through. My wife actually painted it.
Yep.
She spent a lot of time painting it.
Yeah, that purple and white looks really good.
And unfortunately, the first time that we built it, it ran a rear bearing.
Oh. Yeah.
So we think it was something to do with the clutch because we didn't buy an expensive clutch. It wasn't the best clutch, and it actually just disintegrated. And I think it unbalanced the engine somehow, and the rear rotor bearing
just spun
itself.
Yeah.
So we're like, bugger. So we pulled the engine apart again. I sent the rotating assembly away to be balanced again, so it was already balanced, but I balanced it again. I got the rotors tip clearanced, so I can rev a bit more. The rotors can move around a little bit. Brand new bearings, SCR Apex seals, brand new side seals, everything. Put it back together again, and now she's mint.
Mint has,
Yep.
and the story is that your wife actually rebuilt this engine
Yes, she did.
within the last week and a half.
Yep. Yep, she did actually. I was quite proud of her. She actually, like me and Ezra were showing her, like, like how bits and pieces works, the spring orientation,
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So we actually just stood back, watched her, and she actually started stacking the motor herself, which is quite cool.
That is real cool.
Yeah, well, then it gives her an idea of actually how they work.
Yeah.
A lot of people, not just women, but guys as well, get these cars, don't know how they work. So it's actually quite cool for her to have an understanding of how the engine works.
And then she won't just, she'll appreciate it a little bit more and just won't
Yeah.
plant it and destroy it. And...
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Or now she knows how to rebuild it. She's going to go harder in it.
Yeah, I know. She wants to do skids, so that's the thing.
Is that right?
So I need to try and build it.
What's the diff in this?
So it's the same diff. So it's an
open diff.
Just a standard HP diff.
Yep.
The only thing that this has got problems at the moment is the drive shaft. So the drive shaft needs to be balanced. Like it's when you get up into about 100k, it vibrates a little bit, but it's nothing too major.
It's not too sketchy.
You can still drive the car, but and then it just needs a tune now. It runs good. It runs really well, but it just needs a bit of a tune, obviously, just so you can set the timing right and all the fuel properly.
Well, it's only had 2 heat cycles, you were saying?
Yes, it's only started twice.
Man, that is so cool.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So she is fresh as.
And it presents really, really well as well.
Oh, yeah, she did a bloody good job of painting it.
Did she actually paint the car as well?
No, we just actually bought it. Yeah, we actually bought the car. Like it had been somewhere in Hamilton.
Yeah,
sure they'll probably watch the video and they might even see it. But it's being passed around through sheds and bits and pieces and like that, and then we just randomly come across it.
And someone along the line actually painted all of this as well.
Yep. So they painted the whole thing, and as I said, we just got it as a shell. So I got all the glass,
Yep.
She got someone put all the glass in, and we're slowly, like these cars are really hard to find parts for. So it's like interior bits. Like for this one, we're struggling a bit because we're just trying to tidy up the front, like the interior of it. It's quite hard to find it. Like if you look in my one, it's actually mismatched color, different bloody colors and shit, because it's like they had so many different colors of the interiors. There was blue, there was red. I think there was the black one.
Was there ever a tartan one?
I'm not too sure, but there was some really out of it colors. Funky colors. Back in the day, the Japanese like to put in the interiors of these cars. Oh yeah, and the brown. So mine's brown, blue,
with a black race pro in there as well.
Yeah, exactly.
No, nice, man.
Exactly. It's not the most comfortable thing, but
I suppose what you have to watch out for those, if she's missing some parts, she's got a parts car right next to it.
Yeah, well, that's the other way around, I think. Yeah, no, so this has got donated by my brother. He gave me some Series 4 out of his RX-7. He went adjusty, so we're like, it's got the shitty HB ones in it. So it's got super lows in it with Series 4 struts front and rear.
Yep.
With the springs in it. What else has this had done to it? Not much really. As I said, we got the car already painted, so it was just putting it back together.
So it's still a work in progress.
Yeah, and it's got 12A turbo gearbox as well. So
both of you.
Yep. So nice little, they're okay gearboxes. They seem to be, obviously for a little 12A Bridgeport. It's not putting out much power, but out of both of these cars, this one's actually quite nice to drive compared to this.
Is
this
it really?
Is real rough and rugged and bouncy, obviously, with the adjustable suspension
But that's what we go for, though, isn't it?
It's got the nice standard seats and
and
the comfier suspension. So this actually feels a lot nicer to drive.
So this is a better cruiser.
A better cruiser, yeah. Like I like my cars rough and
man, they have to be
bouncy and loud. So to me, it doesn't bother me. But she doesn't want to drive this. She doesn't like it.
Not anymore. now that she's got this one.
No, she doesn't like driving it at all. I think we were coming back from one car event and her drive shaft was vibrating. And she was ringing me, my drive shaft's vibrating. And I was like, do you want to drive my car? And I'll drive back. No, I don't want to drive your car.
The drive shaft.
I'll just deal with it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, sweet as in.
Oh, no, she's done well. She's done really well.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, because obviously when I first met her, I was into rotaries. I've been into rotaries all my life.
Yeah.
I've had shitloads of them and motors. So she showed an interest, which was quite cool.
Yep.
And
now she's bitten by the bug, and then
it's quite cool to go to car events and like say we only take one car, turn up in this and get out. That's a cool car. And I said, it's my wife's car, and they all like look at me like,
hey. Yeah, I must admit when I first saw this and I saw your wife jump out, I was like, what?
Yeah,
I didn't actually realize it was hers. It is cool.
It's really cool. That's what I mean. It's cool to see the girls starting to get into the stuff.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it is quite an expensive hobby, but
Yes, it is.
you can get deals. Like this didn't cost us too much to build, so they are still out there.
Yeah.
And obviously, I do a lot of it myself.
Yep.
So I made, me and Ezra made the exhaust on this. I made the exhaust on this one. I made all the engine mounts for this, the gearbox cross member, like just everything. Just out of
Wow.
bits and pieces of stuff that I had, and it all works. Like cheap radiator and oil cooler packages, it works.
That works.
Like
That's all you need, eh?
I don't see why a brand makes it any better.
No.
So like I don't even know what brand that is, to be honest with you. But it was like a package like $350 for the radiator and oil cooler.
It looks good though.
Yeah, and it does look good, and it's
as you said, it works.
Yeah,
so that's
it
all
works
that's all you
perfect.
need at the end of the day.
And obviously on the motors we didn't stint, so it's all Mazda stuff in the motors, and
Yep.
then we use SCR Apex seals.
Yep. They're
And
good too.
they seem to be really good.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
No, yeah, I'm happy as with both of them. So both running really well. So
And are we going to see any of these at Impulsive?
yeah, probably I might drive that up there just for a look. She might enter her one. So
yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
looking at entering myself. Sure, it will be good fun.
Oh, it is good fun. But
Yeah.
like I bought this when I first got this. It wasn't road legal, so I was all about the track days.
Well, that's all you can do, really, eh?
Exactly, all about
Yep.
the track days, loving the track days, like because it just sat in the garage otherwise.
Yep.
And now that it's road legal, it's like track days are cool.
Yep.
Go with mates and bits and pieces
But
like that.
cruising
But it's
down the
like
mount is also.
I can just start it and drive it whenever I want. I can go for a drive whenever I want. I drive it to, on Fridays I go over and help Ezra at RXNZ, and I drive this over there. So,
oh man,
I drive it. I go out to see my mum in it. I just I drive it around everywhere.
And you're not freaking out every corner you go around.
No, it's like I have so much faith in this motor. I'll drive it anywhere.
Oh, I'm talking about with police.
Oh, police, no, and they've been touched.
That's good, man.
I don't know what it is, but they don't even look at me. So.
Oh, you can see a lot of work's been put into it, so maybe they appreciate that. And you're obviously not a little hoon. So.
Yeah, well, I think the rotary scene these days, the police don't really, as long as you're not doing anything stupid.
Pretty much, eh?
I think they leave you alone because it's, it's not really a young person game anymore.
It's not a boy racer.
We're all sort of old now, eh?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
All sort of old, and we obviously have our places that we can go and do skids and bits and pieces. So if you want to get that out of your system,
just save it for those events, eh?
Yeah, well, exactly. And there seems to be a lot of car events coming up now, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Oh no, very good, man. Well, thanks for showing me your collection.
No worries.
Collection is a word. Yours and your wife's collection.
Yeah, well,
No, it's very good, man. No, appreciate it.
No worries.
All right, thank you.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.